and Manny have been through so much the past couple of weeks. Oh, they back elbow. And the Superfly double chop. Jade just pulled out a towel. She's thrown in the towel. She has forfeit this match. James is now using the towel to choke Rekatehaka.
I got him.
Scoops him up and slams down the big 300-plus pounder. Superman punch. Are we going to see it right here? Into the fireman carry. Scoops. Filter. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. 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 Sunday in Salt Lake City means one thing: wrestling at the Gateway. Hello, folks. Welcome to this episode of Devotion Championship Wrestling. I'm your host, the Cicerone, Lauren Gardner. On this episode, the Black Horsemen, bringing Atiba and Bruce Wayans, look to exact revenge on Chango after 2 weeks ago being defeated by himself, the Brother Smith, and Tombstone Jesus. Also, the Grunt Style Stable will take on Rocky Mountain Pro's Tag Dudes in a non-title exhibition match. And in our main event, the Enforcer Marlon Bishop will be going up against the Warlord of Weird, Sinn, Bodhi. All of that and more in this episode of Devotion Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring at this time, Manny Lemons!
It has been a few weeks since we've seen Manny Lemons here at Devotion Championship Wrestling. So happy to have him back. When last we saw him, it was in a brutal first contendership match against Marlon Bishop for the DCW contendership. And, well, honestly, if it wasn't for Rekatehaka throwing in the towel in that match, I don't think Manny would ever have stepped foot in a wrestling ring again.
It's always an honor here in Salt Lake. DCW devoted, that makes it compete with any audience here in the world. You know, a few weeks ago, right here on CW30, I went toe-to-toe, fist-to-fist with Marlon Bishop.
That match is up on our YouTube channel if you missed it here on the CW30.
My family that sits over at the table, and more importantly, my wife knows that when it comes to this business, I eat, sleep, and breathe professional wrestling. When I die, they're gonna bury me in lemon trunks and yellow boots, because that's how no other way to go, baby. When I went to war with Marlon Bishop, he had me in that hold, and I was pretty damn sure if I held on any longer, it was going to be the last match I ever had.
There's no doubt in my mind about that.
So I understand where Rekatehaka is coming from.
Because we promised, we made a vow, no matter what, we'd never mix business with pleasure, regardless if she's my wife and I'm married to her or not.
Rekatehaka, literal savior of Manny's career, and his better half coming out to the ring. Last week, she took vicious action against Christy James after James had some less than savory comments about her actions and Manny Lemon.
Manny, you don't have to tell me the promises we made to each other. Because I know what your career means to you. And I also know what my husband means to me. And under the same circumstances, I know you would have done the same. Because the truth is, we love this business. But we love each other more.
Emotional comments from Rekatehaka. There are no two people in... Oh, jeez. Yours and mine, the devoted faithful's own DCW champion, the pineapple-clad Tom Chad coming out to the ring. No doubt taking this chance to interrupt
Salt Lake's
two.
favorite couple is okay. I was so worried you guys were gonna have problems. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. No, it actually really gives a damn. The reason I'm out here is because, Manny, you hate the fact I'm champion. You hate the fact that anyone is champion except you. Shut up. So listen, Manny, dodge you. I could make you earn your chance, but we know that's not gonna make a bit of difference. Cockroaches like you don't just go away. So I got a proposition for you, Manny. If you can beat the opponent I pick for you next week, I'll give you one more shot at this. I'll give you one more shot at me. But if you lose, you're done. No more me. Let's just get done with this, Manny.
An interesting proposition from Tom Chad. Will Manny bite on this? Conferring with his better half there. I think he's got an answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, another week on CW30, Tom Chad makes an ass of himself.
He's not wrong about that, and the devoted faithful agree.
Listen, Tom Chad, just like you and everyone else thinks that I'm in the position I am because I own the company. No, I'm in the position I am in. It's because they believe in me. I'm in the position I am because my heart and soul is in this business. So Tom Chad, guess what, fat boy? You're on.
Oh, how about that? Oh. A message given by Reka Tahaka. In anticipation of our first match earlier today, we caught up in the locker room with Chango.
Atiba, Brucey. Tonight, I get what I want, don't you? Both of you out there with me, where I can keep an eye on things. Yes, Captain. Oh, but Chango, aren't you worried about being the underdog? Do you like your odds tonight? I don't know, Chango. What do you think, Chango? No, I don't like my odds. I love them, mate. I thrive on the role of the underdog. To fight from underneath and perform for the people. But most of all, to earn the respect of my father, the great Dr. Professor Chango Sr. If I beat him up good enough, Daddy, do I get a hug when I get home? Please, love me! Love me! Ooh, look at this hat. Oh yes, capital. Ta-da!
The following contest is a handicap match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Black Horseman, Atiba! And his partner, the final boss, Bruce Wayans! The Jet and Jeet Kundo master of Atiba and the final boss of Bruce Wayans. You always know what you're going to get with the Black Horseman, and it's usually a beatdown after the bell. From the Madhouse, Chango S. Bronson! The Mad Showman himself, always, at least seemingly, within the confines of a sanctioned bout, able to best the Black Horseman. He's done it to Bruce Wayans, Atiba, others, and tonight he's going to go up in a handicap match. Now, in this bout, that means that the Black Horsemen have to tag in and out as if it were a tag match. Yes, the...
All the people ready!
The Mad Showman, always a man of what he would say, the people. The handicap being that Chango does not have anyone to reprieve him in the match. So 1 against 2, but only 1-on-1 at any given time in the ring. things starting off with some great grappling from both competitors here. Of course, Chango, a steeped background in grappling, BJJ, and wrestling. And speaking of wrestling, an amateur fireman carry takeover, beautifully done. Yes, giving the people what they want, allowing Bruce Wayans to tag in. Bruce Wayans letting everyone know what he thinks, of course. And it looks like we're gonna have some old-timey Queensberry rules. No, into a side headlock, but Bruce Wayans reverses with an Irish whip. Chango elevated now into a flying cross armbar. Have you ever seen an elevated cross armbar that high? Holy smokes, folks. The Black Horseman enraged with the, what I think is quite jovial catchphrase, the Mad Showman. And now Bruce Wayne, still the legal man, scoop slams Chango into the ground, calling for it. His signature elbow. Look at the height that he can get on that. Hooks the leg. Chango gets his shoulder up at 2. Tag is made, and in comes Atiba now. Wayans scoops Chango up again into a backbreaker, setting up Atiba for a Judo, Jeet Kune Do, Kung Fu, Bruce Lee inspired chop. 2. Chango again gets a shoulder up at 2 and, I don't know, 7/8. That one was close. Luckily, our junior enlisted referee, Ref Eli, was there to make the correct call. I believe he's an E1. Bruce Wayans going for the batarang, but Chango able to counter and instead executes a devastating Sambo suplex. Chango now calls for his line. Says take 2. I believe this will be take 3. Take 2. Clothesline. Calls for another line into a full Nelson by Bruce Wayans, and Atiba strikes Chango right in the guts. Again, into the full Nelson. Atiba setting up only to deliver a flying knee to his partner. Chango goes for the cover. 2. That's it, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Chango vs. Bronson.
Porter Blake out of nowhere, coming to the unjust aid of the Black Horseman. He, of course, made up part of that team from 3 weeks ago, where the Black Horseman took on Brother Smith, Chango, and Tombstone Jesus. Porter Blake vesting a Black Horseman shirt to boot. Folks, we have Reka Tahaka waiting to deliver some comments to Christy James.
Hey there, Krispy Kremes. I mean, Christy. Remember me? Look, I get that you're running out of time and you're not getting any younger. And I also get that you're just mad and jealous because I am young and am a better version of you. But that still doesn't give you the right to take advantage of me at my weakest moment. And I get you probably take advantage of a lot of people. But no one takes advantage of me and think they can get away with it. So listen up, old woman. I got one thing to say. You got an old-fashioned ass-whooping coming. And I'll even do you a favor and make sure that there won't be any witnesses. Me and you in an empty arena. Oh, and I'll let you know when. Just be prepared. Kasyalo kalayawe, ova kene lo fiking e mamafa. Pa loa, olo ingoa, oreka, teaka!
Tonight,
we're taking on a couple veterans from the Rocky Mountains, Yaden and Cole. To be honest, don't know who they are. Don't really care either. I know they're doing the job. That's a given. Gents, probably should get you in and out pretty quickly. Probably won't even break a sweat. No hard feelings, though. Need you to understand something. This is our battleground. We don't take kindly to hostiles.
We now go to our ring announcer, JV, for the next match. The following contest is a non-title match set for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 440 pounds, Killer Curtis Cole, Mercury Yaden, the Tag Dudes. Veterans of the Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling, happy to have them here. And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 450 pounds, they are the reigning Devotion Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Mercenary, Derek Pizzatoro, the Specialist, Roman Roselle, the Grunt Style Stable. For 70 days, these two enlisted combatants have gone through the DCW locker room and taken on all comers, defending their title every single time. Happy to have them as our champions. I believe they are definitely deserving of our praise, and they hold the titles extremely well. Of course, the video that we just saw from the GSS headquarters, First Sergeant Tim Jensen thought that the tag dudes were doing a bit of a job here, and they're not really anything needed to be taken seriously. Killer Curtis Cole starting out for the tag dudes, and the Mercenary Derek Pizzatoro for Grunt Style Stable into a collar and elbow tie-up into a side headlock, really clinching in on that neck. Cole definitely at a weight disadvantage here, and shown right there as the M1 Grizzly that is Pizzatoro just mows over Curtis Cole. The tag dudes wanting the Mercenary to tag in the Specialist, they oblige, and in comes the decorated former Special Forces member, Roselle, who was named Rookie of the Year by OVW. A collegiate wrestling background in his repertoire, among many, many other things. Putting on a display here, sending Cole right into the corner to tag his monstrative partner, Mercury Yaden. Don't take his caprice to be a misnomer for the ability that he has, a longtime veteran, and has taught many of the superstars in some of the biggest. Wait a second. What? Cole. Oh my gosh. Cole has handed Yaden some brass knuckles. He's now hiding the knuckles behind his hip, but right into the gut and ribs possibly of Roselle. All the while Yaden doing his best to conceal the foreign object. I have to say a perfect and seamless handoff back to Cole, with the damage already done to the left ribs of Roman Roselle. With a front face lock applied, Yaden tags in Cole. Snap suplex. Over the rope, rolling senton. This is why you cannot sleep on these guys. Roselle kicks out at 2. Tag is made. Yaden comes back in. I'm telling you, these guys know how to play the game, and they use the rules and bend them in the... depends on whose side you're on, the best and worst ways possible. Veterans of the game, nonetheless. Yaden still taking advantage of Roselle's injured ribs. Roselle comes up with a step-up enziguri. He needs a tag. This is the time to get over the corner and tag in the Mercenary. He does so. Cole tagged as well. The Mercenary coming in and cleaning house with that vicious Stan Hansen-style Lariotto. The Mercenary looking to finish the... Cole jabs the brass knuckles right into the eye of Pizzatoro. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. That's it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Cole and Yaden, the Tag The tag dudes using their expertise and knowledge along the way to steal a win from the Grunt style stable. Don't go anywhere, folks. Still to come, a message to filter from Tombstone Jesus and our main event.
Collar and Elbow was founded on the traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. This is our company. This is our brand. For all of us who love wrestling, it belongs to us.
Hey, Filter. Last time you got the jump on me. Next week, things are gonna be a little different. No titles, no pinfalls, anything goes. A good old-fashioned Salt Lake City death match with your blood on my hands. You should have killed the cowboy when you had a chance, son.
The following contest is your main event and is set for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by MK. From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 666 deep-fried donuts, the warlord of weird, Sinn, Bodhi! If scientists created a wrestler from the DNA of Jake Roberts, Mick Foley, and Rob Zombie, well, who's to say that's not where Sinn Bodhi came from? He is the warlord of weird, and he has delivered his own style of freak fanaticism here at DCW before, memorably with a series of matches with Tombstone Jesus. He's back again, being chaperoned by possibly the worst person in professional wrestling, Matthew Robles, the MK Bandit. Bodhi, a definite auteur and renaissance wrestler, and always unpredictable ending. And his opponent, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Enforcer, Marlion Bishop! Last week in his match against Tom Chap for the DCW Championship, Bishop was literally seconds away from becoming the new DCW champion. However, Filter made it his business to step in and stop that from happening, taking out our commandant of officials, referee Dewey Larson, and then turning to Marlion Bishop and delivering Filter's signature F-bomb. And I'm sure this week, Marlion Bishop is ready to take out some frustration, some anger, some unbridled rage. However, that might work to a disadvantage with Sinn Bodhi. He's one of those people, like a wrestling masochist. The more you hurt him, the more he is able to thrive in the environment. Folks, oh gosh, right off the bat, Sinn Bodhi attacking Bishop from behind. Referee Dewey Larson has called for the bell. It has sounded. The match is underway, and as quickly as it has started, our commandant of officials has had to start a 5 count on Bodhi to try to get things back to normal, or at least somewhat normal as any match with Sinn Bodhi can be. Working that shoulder, we've seen time after time wrestlers trying to weaken the shoulders of Marlion Bishop, who's no doubt, as a linebacker in professional football, his shoulders have seen some damage in their time. But a pure tug of war with Bishop is not to be won, not by anyone, I would wager, in this locker room or maybe even the Intermountain West entirely. Bishop feeling fired up, no doubt using the rage and frustration we talked about earlier. Charging in like a lineman who spotted the play. Bodhi, as the quarterback, called the reverse, and Bishop gets cracked back by the ring post. Bodhi, with a fistful of ties, throws Bishop down onto his back and goes right for that shoulder. It doesn't surprise me that Bodhi is aware of any shoulder problems that Bishop might have. When you have someone that is as big of a threat in professional wrestling, someone that you see and you know is the real deal, you do everything you can to learn about them, to watch any tape you can find on them, to tune in every Sunday here on CW30 and watch them. And Bodhi's not the first person to do it. We've seen many opponents try to utilize that, and in the most part, Bishop has been able to overcome it as he's now shoulder sledding Bodhi. Bodhi comes back with a big knee to the chin of Bishop, right on the button. That'll knock you out if it's done right. And twice again, right to the chin. Bodhi going for a cover here. Puts him down, 2. Bishop able to get a shoulder up. Bodhi pushes it back down, 2. Again, Bishop gets a shoulder up. All of Bodhi's weight is not going to match the pectoral strength that Bishop had. Bodhi, ever relentless though. You can't argue with Crazy, still working on that shoulder, trying to push it back down, push it back down. He gets it down, 1, 2, and back up again. Bishop able to push the full body weight of Bodhi, 2, again back up and off now. Bishop to his feet, the devoted faithful behind him, and not unlike Deputy Dave Hansen, Bishop now is going up against this killer clown. Will he be able to fight him to the end, to endure and maintain this offense? Bishop cracks Bodhi across the side of the face. He's onto the rope, stumbles back in. Bishop going perhaps to the Bishop's cross, but Bodhi rakes the eyes, comes off, and delivers a headbutt, but Bishop is so big, he ended up hitting his chin, and Bishop delivers his own headbutt. Of course, MK tries to get involved. This gives time Bodhi to come back, no doubt looking for his double underhook suplex, aka the pie face. No, Bishop into the Bishop's cross. 1, 2, that's it, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Enforcer, Marlion Bishop!
A win that Bishop definitely needed. And with that out of the way, I can only imagine that there is one person in his sights after the results of last week, and that's Filter. Folks, as always, I'm Lauren Gardner. Until next time, stay devoted.
Now I will kill you.